and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire, using the Oceania DLC in the hard difficulty Artica class, where we're turns 114 plus. So we can look at the victory status, victory overview. We're still in second place, but we are, well, we have the most people on the planet. At this point, all the people are pretty much accounted for, so we want more people. We either have to spawn them, kill other people's people, and this is civilian population, to be fair. So if we kill enough of their military, they'll just recruit population, dragging that number down. Whereas we're actually in second because we had actually the second planet, right? We don't control all of the planet, we actually control just about 30% of the planet. That's what we're working on. We're trying to get a whole bunch of planet, because there's a lot of planet still unaccounted for. There's this big whole region down here in the south unaccounted for. There's a little bit along the lake here. So that's a lot of industry, because it's basically us running along the glaciers. That is the rush we're running to, is trying to get as much of this glacier as possible. Just kind of to have. It's not really all that important, I suppose, from a fighting standpoint. And once that's done, we're going to line up for probably starting a war with the other major. Because I think, unless we get lucky and get a victory pack card, in which case even then we'll probably still fight them. Because that'll just be an interesting fight. We're going to have to fight the major that currently isn't first, but will probably, by the time we start to fight with them, we'll probably be in second. So if everything's going according to plan, and it does appear to be going according to plan, we should be basically at the end of this turn for 114, just doing a recap and respond and looking over the status of the map before we go ahead and start removing turns. We have about gotten the motorized unit over here into position. I might jimmy it up a little bit more. And then basically we're going to start filling up the border with the surplus troops we don't need for pushing into territory. Yeah, and I think that's it. I think it's just time to roll the turn. We're having a little bit of a cash flow issue where we're spending a lot more than we're earning. Oh, and that reminds me of something. Is Quartz Flats happy? Happy enough. So let's call up Quartz Flats. Oops. That wasn't actually what I wanted. Zone orders, please. We're going to incorporate the zone so we can get some tax revenue from it. And then the other thing we're going to do is we're going to raise the worker salary a little bit. Because looking at it here, we're paying 0.05. Apparently the citizens are quite well endowed here from an income standpoint, which is where we're suffering a little bit on the worker happiness. So that should hopefully help with the worker happiness. So now they're paid more, this should trend up. And then we'll cycle the turn. See how things progress. We do have a little bit of a power issue, so we should continue to try to solve that. In attempting to solve the food issue, I may have made the power issue a problem. Not recognizing that the food production I was planning on making is much, much more power hungry than the traditional food item. Neutron Flats stay around 115. We have 4 decisions awaiting us. Ultralight aircraft, cool. 4 decisions. We don't really care about government here. Which city is going to get this unrest? Neutron Flat, the capital. Capital can probably suffer from 6 unrest, that'll be fine.
Order received.
You want us to go from 25 to 27 liters? I can accept that. That's not too hard to do. We will go ahead and develop a ultralight aircraft. This is Neutron Flats to major city. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay, so let's quickly draw up a blueprint for ultralight. Ultralight, new blueprint. This is recon, yes. And well, basically the whole point here is to get range. So we get more range by adding more fuel. Still about there. So we'll come here and we'll see if, do we grab any more engine grass range? Yes. So we go light. Well, maybe? Oh, maybe more wing? More wing. So that helped. Engine isn't really helping. Go more wing. Can we go more fuel? So that's 12. Regardless of whether we got tiny wings. Yeah, okay, so that looks like what we're going to go with, unless we're going to shove a gun on it. So recon, plane, on for ultralight efficiency with a light propellant engine with a tiny wingspan and 800 liters of fuel. This shall be our plane. Initial plane.
Copy that.
Overall, not a bad plane. Power is still not where we'd want it. We can store a lot more power, which means we're basically using everything that we're generating. How's the construction going? High Command Palace is going to finish next turn. We probably won't renew the expansion of that right away. Scavenging Furnace. Those... fine. We'll get a little bit more power coming out of those, but I think that's the max level on those, yeah. Solar panel fields. The one in Neutron Flat will be upgradable. In fact, actually, the one we have in the capital, the main capital hex, is now upgradable. Now I'm going to upgrade the thing. So let's queue you up. I think it's over here. That's the other one. Maybe. Maybe that one's already being upgraded, to be fair. Yeah, that one's already being upgraded. So that'll give us a little more power. And then, construction-wise, how many things are we working on? About 8. So we can spend about 1,000 industry points this turn with a little drawback. We're just grabbing territory down here. The territory down here is fairly cheap because of the fact that we're going along the snow here. Once we're stuck having to go along the glacier, it's going to get much worse from a cost standpoint. It is about 100 a hex, so we are going to go ahead and stretch this one. We can do 200 there, 100 there. Bit down there. And again, we kind of want to go to both sides of the valley, so we'll go a little bit there. And that's our 1,000, so that's our expansion of roads for the turn. Pull our guys back into green for the moment. If they've got movements and movement left to do it, that. Yeah. Got some colonists, but we got a colony, so we should show our colonists at the colony. We got about 3 times the people as we do workers in the colony. It's only 200 colonists a turn, so it's not a lot of colonists. And we're technically not paying for them, they're coming from Hexburg. Probably actually want to reduce troop recruiting. Let's call up, I think the SHQ, this location here is one of the places that's in order. Stop recruiting from the capital, please. And I believe we're getting another 500 here. Okay. We're going to splurge a little bit here. We're just going to push. I'm going to go for the full splurge. We're going to go one more road tile here. How's these guys? Oh, actually, that's perfect. Then we want to work on getting our brigades together for moving out. Oh, I suppose actually, no, we have a little bit of fighting over here to do. These guys are moving forward. They might not go very far because we're going to run out. I didn't save any engineering points for road construction over here. So I'm going to run out of logistics right about here. Okay, we got 3 infantry can do the attack. I think that's probably enough to at least start the attack. Might not be enough to break them this turn. Go. Maybe I'm wrong. Enemy surrenders. Marauders are removed. And yeah, this front needs more road, so I spent all the road on the other front of the flanks, which is maybe not the best idea. Money is apparently looking good. Immediate guess there, because we do have a pretty reliable clash outflow, is income tax to a certain degree. Yeah, we got like 4,000 income? Interesting. Where did that come from? I don't think that's going to hold. Four sales. Yeah, where did the 4,000 income from? Ah, quartz flats. Capital bought something. We have 100% sales tax, so half of that money went to us, so yeah, we got a big influx of money at the turn. Okay, let's get back to moving the troops forward and towards locations. Okay, the tank is going to be fairly low priority to properly move. We have the 8th, the 1st, and the 3rd here. We want to move up all brigades if we can. So strategic moving time. So you are a member of the 3rd. You're a member of the 8th. You're a member of the 3rd. You're the 1st, and the 1st. 3rd. The 3rd. And the last one is from the 8th. So yeah, we have the full brigades here, with maybe the exception of the tank. The tank is fine. The tank can arrive late. So let's push the 8th Infantry up to form this gap here. This is inevitably where the tank will come in as well. That also has the artillery unit. So you should move you to out there. Can I get both start and the end in the same place? Yes. Or on the same screen? Yes. Then the artillery, at least the artillery can get up the road, or the rail, which is nice. And it can probably move itself the rest of the way in the next turn. Next we have the 1st. We're the 3rd? Yeah, the 1st or the 3rd. We'll do the 1st. Come up here to the end of this road. And then the 3rd will be just below them. Okay, that's the movement of the guys forward via the strategic move. Oh, I don't need this militia guy here, so we can move you. Let's actually give you garrison duty of the new city over there. That makes sense. Oh, and we have an HQ here. Let's move the HQ down. And I think that is the troop movement for the turn. Production-wise, only one of the truck stations, or only the truck station got delayed, so that's good. What was that? Victory over you. Yes, we're still in second. Moving up. I think we moved almost like 1% of the planet there. And then tech-wise, we're working on rocketry. And we're getting some tech spread, which makes it a little bit hard just to at a glance see what we're working on. Do you have rocketry and something? It could be water soil recomposition. Heavy industry. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, heavy industry. So I'm thinking heavy industry might finish next turn. Then we'll have so next turn we'll have a choice on ecotech and what to do. We're obviously not going to start doing heavy industry because that's going to eat power, and we already have a power shortage. Let's buy some food. Actually, let's do 2,000 food instead of 2,000 credits.
Yes, sir.
And then let's cycle that turn. Here we go, neutron flats. 7 decisions turned. One of which is presumably what to replace heavy industry with, from research goal. What are the other ones? You want to execute a relative. We'll allow it. National budget, we'll leave it as is.
Order acknowledged.
We like heart. We're less worried about enforcement. We did originally plan to go commerce, and then reality dragged us into enforcement, and now we're back on commerce. So we're not actually too worried about enforcement. So we do want the heart. We're trying to go heart. Mind, for whatever reason, is stealing the spotlight from heart, but we're trying to go heart. Economic Council. We're not having petrol problems. No, we don't necessarily have a lot of petrol income. So we could have it, think of a new power plant. Though we do, now I'm thinking it, we have a volcano, like, right next to one of our cities. So we could do something I generally don't do, which is volcanic energy tapping. Let's do volcanic energy tapping. That sounds interesting. Do volcanic and deep core mining. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Yes, sir.
Volcanic energy tapping then. Independent lab. So we can close it down, get one-off political power bonus, or we can gain a research bonus by leaving it open. We want to go commerce. That's the research bonus. I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
Let the lab continue to go. Major worker strike. We're democratic. We pay the workers off.
Affirmative.
That makes that easy. And then we go back to advancing. So for the moment, you can just run down like so. You can run out into the yellow to get supply again. And there we go. So that is the bottom of the planet. We'll get a little bit more. Actually, probably just expand that road down. I might actually change which road we're obviously not going to need to do as many road expansions as we are going forward, I think. Yeah, we'll just run that one straight down. That'll be fine. And again, we got, let's check the construction before I spend all the industry. Everything went at speed. Scavenging furnaces. There is no upgrade to that. Truck station's tempting to continue upgrading. We're not having logistics issues yet, so we'll hold off on that. We don't have the power, really, to upgrade the command palace, so we're going to leave the command palace as is. Solar panel fields. We'll proceed at speed. None of them finish, so none of them grant us more power. 2 going nitrogen flats, 1 going in the other 2 cities, okay. We are sneaking up to the point where we are going to have to build roads on the glacier specifically, which is expensive. So I think it's 300 per hex. Because we didn't give this one any roads, this is going to get prioritized for more roads. We can get all the way down there, that's good. So yeah, we got less construction projects going on, down to 4, so I can spend a lot more road building this turn, I think. Okay, and then we're down there. I suppose we'll come down the inside here. And we've done you. At this point, you really... Yeah, you'd be benefit from going out on the glacier itself. I can probably actually afford to do a little bit of that. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll allow us to push out a little bit farther here, into this area. When the supply catches up, what we just did. This bit in here, between this road and this road, I think will just be... At this point we should have the supply just to grab it. This one coming down here will get us that. Okay. So construction looks fine. Would be better to have it better, but good enough for the moment. Still in second, we are getting closer and closer to getting into first. Could do some private investment. That's one way to get the money flowing, I suppose, in this situation. Try to private invest on the small zone.
Yes, sir.
Not a great payout. Probably wouldn't do that, at least right away.
Yes, sir.
Do another one here. A little bit better payout. We also have a quest, I think, for more people, more leaders. So 2 more leaders. Can we get that fairly cheap? We could recruit a couple juniors, that wouldn't be too bad, I suppose. Or a couple civilians. Yeah, let's grab a couple civilians.
Copy that.
We'll see how those civilians look. Cap 3 civilian. Decent relations. Oh, you're not too bad. Yeah, you're not too bad. Work with you. Gentleman's a bit. Cap 2. Maybe a little bit better skills, because they got 51 in administration. And let's roll the turn. Oh, hello Twitch chatter. Yep, we're continuing a game of Shadow Empires Oceania on our hard difficulty Arctic class here. And if you're new to the Twitch and or YouTube channel, I live stream what is effectively getting recorded for YouTube live on Twitch as I'm recording it, and then upload the local recording to YouTube. So if you're watching live on Twitch, I suppose the quality going up to Twitch is dependent on the current internet state, whereas what goes up to YouTube is usually the local recording compressed down to 1080p. Okay, neutral flats around 117. We have 4 decisions. Completed that goal. Cool. Finished rocketry, so that's going to be one of them. Ooh, another power source. That's good to see. And a victory pack, so in theory we could technically, I think, win the game. Okay, we got someone we need to appease. You want me to hire a candidate? Sure. Charge Gauss small arms is tempting. Yeah, it looks like probably charged Gauss small arms, unless we're trying to tack into something. Suppose, could do guided RPGs to get the 4th tech to get access to advanced chemistry over here. Shouldn't be too bad for shepardization, I suppose. Oh, I think we're going volcano energy tapping, which is going to do what we want with shepardization in any way. Yeah, okay. So we're not going to worry about guided RPGs. We're not going to get those gospel arms. Oh, we do need to go over there at some point for polymer. We'll go over there after the gospel arms, I think.
Sir, yes, sir.
Free trade! Be proposed. Sure.
Okie dokie.
Not like I have any tariffs set up on you anyway. What was I thinking? Oh, gravimetric collector and the impact. Okay, yeah, let's get the gravimetric collector set up. So you're more power, and we're currently having power issues. That's just perfect. And then victory pact. Let's see if we can technically win. Yes. We could technically win at this point. So, let's technically win. We're gonna quickly save the game because we're gonna claim technical victory, and then we're gonna try to record doing it without the victory pact. So. So that's the save made, and we're gonna go ahead and win. So play that card, critical success, and if we didn't come rolling over looking at victory score, 80% victory score. So we just end the turn and claim victory. Unless something weirdly changes during the end term, we'll technically get a victory screen here. We're going to go still load up that save file that we just made. So yeah, Montero has just won the game. I have lost. Interesting. Our alliance. Okay, so our alliance won because we're in the alliance. Senior is the final winner of the game. Okay. So technically we could win there. In theory, we probably want to get a little bit more victory score, so it says that we're the winner, but that's fine. We're not going to win by victory pact, so we're going to go ahead and reload that save. We're going to try to win without victory pact. So, in theory, we know from the victory pact that at any time we have more victory score than the other guy, we can basically auto-claim a win. That's not quite the way we want to win. We want a little bit more of a glorious victory than we'd get that way. So we're going to try to win without using the victory pact. We know at any point we can end the game if we want to using the victory pact. Let's see if we can do it without the victory pact. Now, unlike the victory pact, we're almost certainly going to have to go fight those guys. That's the troops moving on that front, except for you. How's the construction going? We didn't look on the before we rolled the turnover to get the win. Okay, fields 3 complete. 2 of 3 fields. With the Magic Collector going, we might not actually need power, but let's assume we need a little more power. Let's go ahead and try to upgrade those fields. So that one needs an upgrade.
Yes.
And honestly, we're still bleeding food, so even if we don't need the power to meet our current needs, we probably want to expand the food production, which is going to cost power. If we want to build heavy industry, which is going to cost power, we need more power. Power is needed.
Let's go. Operation successful.
Oh, I don't control. It didn't control that last turn. So to extend the logistics to run across the glacier. Like it's cost of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, probably is worth it. Pay the full 600. How far are things going? So we're willing to go down to about 400 if that is what it takes. To get our logistics where we need it, or want it. Okay, so I think we just need the road to go down there. This one doesn't need to be expanded anymore. This one is the one we want to expand if we want to keep going out here into the glacier on the west. So I think we'll push next. Yeah. And then back to strategically, well, some degree strategic and some degree not moving these guys, putting these guys out in preparation for that war that we're going to have to win the game. So this unit's going to spread out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's in there, basically. Okay. Strategic move. You're going to basically be on that corner. So we'll move the whole unit to start. Or at least try. It's not all going to quite get there. Close enough. For the moment. We got this tank. Tank can move itself. We're not going to strategically move the tank. At least not until it gets to the rail network. And yeah, power should improve over the next couple turns. That's looking good, that's looking good. Oh, before I forget, deploy the colonists, deploy the colonists.
Affirmative.
And then we can cycle that turn. So needless to say, when this one ends, the game's not going to end because we didn't sign the Victory Pact. But we, at this point, know if we wanted to end the game, we could just sign the Victory Pact. That would end. Technically, I don't think we have the victory points quite yet to be the main partner in that victory pact, but that's not going to last for very long. I think we're expanding faster than the other major. No losses nor kills, got 1 decision. UN enforcement to get to 50. Enforcement's not going to 50 if I have any say in it, so we're going to just say no. That like makes a whole faction a little grumpy. Could probably want to buy a little bit of food. We'll spend like 2,000 for food.
Yes, sir.
Victory overview. And we can see we're sneaking up closer and closer and closer, because the main reason we're not in first, because we actually have the most people, so we just don't have enough for the planet. Construction, everything's proceeding. Apparently one of the solar panel fields in Quartz Flats had already been delayed. But at this rate it'll finish next turn. Or maybe it just got delayed this turn. Hard to tell. Yeah, it hasn't suffered a production penalty this turn. But it has in the past, so it's got like a 7% chance to suffer a penalty right now. And 7% chance is definitely non-zero, so that's a pretty realistic possibility for a delay. I suppose we should actually merge the HQ to the unit, and not the unit to the HQ. Well, maybe even like mix both, so unit to the HQ as well. Tenth all the way up there. Okay. Let's try to get back to the 10th. And yeah, over here in the east, at this point, take more land. I need to put roads on the glacier. To be fair, I think that's the problem the AI is having as well, is it's building roads on the glacier as well.
Let's go.
Don't think we're going to clear those free folk. No. Pretty close, though. Bring in the armored vehicle and get those guys to surrender. Oh, we took a little bit of combat losses there.
Operation successful.
Should be able to clear out that guy next turn. Oh, and this guy down here is the same as this guy up here, so the road needs to actually go that way. Oops, not dirt road. If we want to build a road, it wants to be sealed. And we can't actually build because we only just got that territory. Okay. So no construction there for the moment. That leaves us a bunch of construction. We're working on 4 buildings. It's about 400 construction. So again, we have like 1,600 available to build with. Not that I really need any in the west right now. So I think it is the Eastern Glacier. It is time. The road go somewhere. How far does the logistics travel on the glacier? It looks to be about 4. So we want to be about like 4 off the lake. Four or 5 off the lake, so about there. Whoops, probably spent a little bit too much industry power there, but we'll see. We got a lot of political power this turn. Probably want to do private... Oh, we got at least one leader that's quite pissed with us. Let's locate that leader. 37, yeah, let's try to fix you. Try a card. I believe this person has a job, so let's just hit them with the bonus.
Copy that. Copy that. Copy that.
Here we go. The secretary's at least 50. We're not too worried about that. Might like the director of the Eco Council to be a little bit better, so let's stratagem card them as well.
Copy
Hello,
that.
Mayor. Yeah, and the rest aren't that bad. Most of them are troops that I'm not cared about being optimal use out of combat-wise. Then we got private investment. Let's go ahead and drop that in a zone.
Yes, sir.
Did 4,000 credits for investment there. Oh, and we still have hit this zone with archaeological effort.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we don't think there's any in there. Okay. I didn't remember whether or not we'd fully searched out this ruin up here, and the answer is if we didn't, we have not. And then we'll continue spreading out our troops. Oops. Spread them a little too far. That'll work. And yeah, we definitely need more troops, but that's more industry. Which means we need to solve the power problem first. And we are power surplus, apparently. We're generating... Well, generated apparently 600 something surplus last turn. We'll see if that holds steady. If that holds steady, we have surplus power. We're going to want to focus on expanding industry. RP, so we can build roads better, and field more brigades. Because you can see, I've got a manpower pool that I'm not using enough of. So I need to solve that. And the answer there is deploy more brigades, because we need more brigades, right? We're thinking about doing a major war with a major power across one whole big front, another big front over here. Not this front down here, at least. Actually, nope, that's them too. That's them too. So, front down here. This front over here is going to be them. This front over here is going to be them. So we need more troops. Right now, we're just picking on the weak guys. The weak guys don't have a lot of troops, but the boss at the end of the game has troops. So that's why I'm not disbanding the troops, because I know I need them. I just don't have the money, or don't have the industry right now to give them all the guns. So let's go ahead and cycle the turn. And looking at the time, I think this is going to be the last end turn of the YouTube part. So if you're watching YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. I'm going to try to record, let's say, 3 more parts tonight. I have 1 spare, and there's got some early morning stuff tomorrow, so I want to finish earlier today. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We're going to take a short break so I can have some time to sip some tea and keep the voice moving. But it will be a short break. So until the next part, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. And bye for now.